Hi, and welcome to episode 23 of Worth the Wait. As always, I am Caters here with
Wally!
I just wanted to talk for a few seconds about my Kickstarter. I am graduating this semester as a BFA, a Bachelor of Fine Arts, and this is for my BFA exhibition. Now, I've already made my goal, which I'm so psyched about, but with just a little bit more help, my next stretch goal and really frame and print all of my work really nicely. So if you're into art, into fantasy, just want to see some of my artwork, please check it out. This is the Black Glove from Day for Night Games. And Day for Night Games is led by a group of people who are ex-Irrational game developers. Irrational, as you may know, made BioShock, one of my favorite games of all time and what I think to be the best series of all time. You can see a lot of the BioShock, Rapture, just those awesome influences in this game. Very eerie, it's very surreal, and it's this first-person experience of going through this just strange and artistic and just kind of crazy environment where you have to influence artists around you by using this weird black glove, which I can't even in words right now explain how kooky and weird and crazy and cool this game is. You just have to check out the Kickstarter.
My first pick is from Half Bus Games, and it's called Basement, and effectively it's a love letter to Breaking Bad, all the way down to the safety suit. But
I haven't finished it yet, no spoilers.
No spoilers, and it's kind of, I like to describe it as an inverted sim tower, where instead of trying to legitimately build a business, you're selling drugs out of your basement. And you dig farther down, it's just a strategy game really, selling drugs, refining drugs, dealing with competition, dealing with the police, through various forms of bribes and other methods and other kind of hazards, including invasions.
Including fires.
Yeah, exactly. And I just really like it. It's really, I love the style. I think I could sink a lot of time into this, just from the setting as well as my unhealthy addiction to strategy games and this method, so I say give them a check on Kickstarter if you're interested.
From Studio The Molasses Flood comes The Flame in the Flood. And I am so excited that this has hit its goal because that means I'm going to get a copy.
Ooh.
I can't wait to play this game. It really has a Double Fine Tim Schafer feel for me. And it has this awesome original soundtrack by Chuck Reagan, who you can hear some of his really well done music in this cool trailer. Now, it sort of reminds me of like an Oregon Trail where you're on a journey from point A to point B, but you are taking a raft down this procedurally generated river, gathering, collecting, and just role-playing your way through it.
This is really cool. The art style is very reminiscent of Double Fine, but it really is kind of its own beast too.
It's definitely its own thing.
My second pick this week is Her Majesty's Spiffing, which follows the exploits of the HMS Imperialized and Captain Frank English and his assistant Alid. It basically, England got tired of not being able to colonize anything anymore, so the Queen said, let's go to space. And it's full of witticisms and, wry remarks, and it's obviously it's kind of done in the style of a cartoony point-and-click adventure game, and I just really like it. As a fan of British comedy, as a fan of British humor, as well as books and other kind of paraphernalia, this is something I was really excited to see.
I'm actually really sad that the lieutenant isn't a corgi in a spacesuit. Space comedy for me will never go out of style.
Yeah, it ticks so many boxes. It brings a lot of things to the table depending upon who you're looking for. And just to give you an example of what the game would look like in execution, here's some really super early in-game footage. So they are actually in the process of putting something pretty cool together.
I think that we've seen a lot of pre-alpha footage that looks a lot worse than this.
Yeah, they're clearly doing a lot. So
they know what they're doing.
They deserve the attention as well as the funding. They got 32 days to go and they're about a third of the way there.
Wally, I really loved your picks this week.
Thank you. Same to you.
And if you like our content, you can find way more over at justokgamers.com, as well as Facebook and YouTube /justokgamers. And I love it when people talk to me on Twitter. I know Wally does too, so you can find us at JustOkCaters. and Just Okay Wally.
Awesome.
Bye.
Bye.
Next week stuff's gonna happen.
Episode
Bye.
20.
Episode 20.